Motormouth Jenkins here, welcoming you to our brand new YouTube channel. Hope that you'll come back and see every segment each and every week, and I will share preventative maintenance tips and regularly scheduled maintenance tips for your car. So whether you know a little bit about your car or absolutely nothing, this is the channel just for you, where I share over 35 years of experience as a qualified and licensed service technician with truck and coach, light truck and passenger vehicles. Come back and visit us and tell your friends, and we'll see you each and every week right here in the Car Connection Workshop on YouTube. Well, and we're back here. Peppy here. How are you doing? Okay, we are cleaning up the cylinder head, and I just wanted to show you the final preparation. Not as in H, mind you, just the preparation of the cylinder head. So take a good look here. I have wiped it down. I did a little bit of extra sanding because there was some stain marks on there, and I can't reiterate enough, make sure your components are clean, really clean. So you can see, you should be able to see a division here where I've cleaned. There's still some that's not quite clean, but let me show you. Watch this, and then you'll see what clean is. Lint-free cloth. Use a lint-free cloth and just see how the shine comes. That's what I want to see. And then I'll use, look at the dirt on there. That would be going against your head gasket, and you don't want that. You do not want that. So I'll just clean one more time. And then I think we're ready to, if it passes the Inspector 12, we'll be all right. So lint-free cloth, please. Lint gets collected in the oil galleys, and it can cause some bearing failure. Look at, was it clean? Not yet. So it will be when I'm done here. And then I will fold this one more time, and I will spray some cleaner on here. This is just a carbon choke cleaner. This is one of my favorite. They don't support the channel, but my good friend Castle Jim, give him a plug there from Ridgeway, Ontario, brings me my Castle products. I do like my Castle products since the early 70s, and I still stick with them. And we're going to turn that over one more time. Because if you leave dirt on this cylinder head, it's going against your gasket. It'll deteriorate your gasket. So, like I said already in this video, treat your pre-owned engine, your used engine, like it's a new engine. And you treat it that way when it goes in. Everything has been covered that could potentially be a problem down the road, like potential oil leaks, coolant leaks. Take care of it before it goes in, because you know what, afterwards, it's just one big headache after another. I mean, you can't guarantee that you're not going to have a leaker or something, but you know what, you can at least reduce it from happening. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You can reduce it from happening. I'm just going to do a very light wipe. Very light. Very light here. Very nice. That's good. I'm happy with that. All right, so next. What do we do next, Johnny? Well, it's time to sing a song. Not today. Got nothing. Sorry, got nothing. Usually I do, but today I don't got it. All right, I need to position this doll so that I can drop that cylinder head on, and yeah, you want to see the activity. See if I can do it from there. Maybe yes, maybe no, maybe not. Let me see what I can do here. He's turning. I think that's why they put wheels on these things. There we go. That's the cot for Dolly. All right, we're going to attempt. Let's pose down. I think I hurt myself. No, not today. All right. This little sucker is heavy. Oh, a couple of pieces of lint there. What's going on? Hiding some lint. We don't want any lint. You know, those cloths, I don't like those as much as I like the other brand. I have to say. They do tend to drop some lint. They do. Why? I do not know, Grasshopper. Ugh. Jeepers, could you make it any freaking heavier? Holy mackerel. What do you think I am, freaking Arnold? See how that works? Studleys. Superstar. Pose down. Superman. Oh. You got to see my, you definitely got to see one of my skydiving videos. I had this really cool instructor. He says to me, he says, have you ever seen the bottom of the airplane, motor mouth? And I go, no, I haven't. Are we supposed to be launching from underneath? He goes, you never seen, in all the dives you've done, you never seen the bottom of the plane? I go, no. He goes, I'm going to sign you up. You're going to come and do you're going to come and, he was a truck driver, this guy. And he said, you're going to come and skydive with me, and I'll be your tandem. Okay. When we came out of that plane, I had never seen that before. We came out and we did a freaking somersault, and when we turned to look up, we were looking at the bottom of the plane. It was so cool. It was so cool. You guys have got to see that video. Okay, so now you see where I'm at and how making those dowels was a good thing. Look at this. We can just turn those out, and I measured them. I thought they'd be sticking out far enough to grab them. So I'm going to leave those sitting right where they are, and then we're going to put the head bolts in. So far so good. We're going to change this oil galley plug here. Voila. C'est une cap. I'm working on my French. What do you think? I never passed French class, I can tell you that. So we'll be changing this plug, this here plug right here, and this one over here. But apparently we can't do it until the engine is off the stand, but we have two more. So those are a problem. And I'm going to tell you straight up, change them. Same with the freeze plugs. I got the holes all ready to go. Going to put 3 new freeze plugs in. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to power wash this engine before I brought it into the shop. It was timing. It was late fall and it was cold out. And I didn't want to use the pressure washer outside, but definitely not using it in here. That'd be hell in a handbasket, let me tell you. But so just change them all. Change the frost plugs. Even if they look good, change them because they rot from the outside, from the inside out, and you cannot see this side. So, no, these don't fit these holes. These are the oil galleys. So the same thing. And from what I was reading about these Jeeps, these plugs on the back side tend to leak and weep. So the guys at the machine shop said, Niall, make sure you change those out. Motor mount, change those out. Okay. So that's the deal. All right, we got our head bolts here, our handy dandy head bolts. They're nicely soaked in a very nice marinade. Very nice. So I reach down here. What's down here, you say? Well, I'll tell you what's down there. My homework. It's my homework sheet. Before I build a motor, whether it's used or new, I take the time, I mark down all the specs on everything I'm going to need to do. All my torque specs, rocker arms, 18 foot-pounds, valve lifter retainer torque, 8 foot-pounds, cylinder head bolt torque sequence spec. Step 1, 22 foot-pounds. Step 2, 45 foot-pounds. Last step, torque turn 90 degrees plus a quarter. Well, I looked at another book, valve cover bolts, 8 foot-pounds, crisscross, or 106 inch-pounds. I borrowed an inch-pound torque wrench right here from my good friend Phil. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate that. Yes, I raided all the candies out of your toolbox at the shop. Good stuff. Nice. Intake manifold bolts, 23 foot-pounds. Spark plug gap. Oh, spark plugs, 13 foot-pounds. Throttle body, we'll get into that, 8 foot-pounds, 106 inch-pounds. Exhaust manifold bolts, 23 foot-pounds. These are every single piece I'm going to need to assemble, and I don't want to be running back and forth to look up the specs, even if I can look them up on my phone. Water pump bolts, 13 foot-pounds. And here's the creme de la creme. Okay, this is the front of the engine. That's my left-hand side. The bolts each have a name, and the name is a number. So head bolts, starting at lucky number 7, number 3, number 2, number 6, and number 10. We cross over, that's number 9. That's 5. That's 1. This is 4. And last but not least, number 8. That is not the torque sequence. That is, you need to know what the bolts are called, and those are their specific numbers. All right. Here's what else you need to know. There's one bolt that needs to be torqued to 100 foot-pounds, and that is number 8. Right here. For whatever reason, I don't know, but number 8 needs to see 100 foot-pounds. All others get torqued to 110, but in another book that I looked it up, it said, last step, torque turn, 90 degrees, a quarter turn. Oh, there you are. Jeepers! Like I thought a buzzard was coming in on me. Yeah, so we go, we're going 100 foot-pounds. 100 foot-pounds for number 8, all others to 110. Just double check. Always double check, because you know what? Sometimes you can rush through and miss something. So step 1, we're going to go 22 foot-pounds. Step 2, 45 foot-pounds. Last step, torque turn, 90 degrees. So it's kind of odd. So 22, 45, last step, torque turn, 90 degrees, a quarter turn. So over to the head bolt side. All others to 110 foot-pounds. So I'm thinking, yeah, 110 foot-pounds. I'm not going to do the extra quarter, the 90-degree turn. I'm going to take them right to, I'll bet you the 90 degrees, which is a quarter turn, takes them to 110 foot-pounds. That's what I'm saying. So then my torque sequence is the numbers on the outside of the block. Okay? So follow me. The numbers in the circles are the positioned numbers that the bolts are being told who they are. 7, 3, 6, 2, 6, 10. In the torque sequence, number 1 is number 2. So there's the torque sequence. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you see 4? Yes, right here. 4, 5, 6, 7, way down here. 7, and where's 8? Follow the bouncing ball, Jimmy. 8, and then 9, 9, 9, and 10. 10. No, wrong. 9, 10. So you got to do your homework ahead of time, and that's the way I do it. And I punch it, and I use these magnets, and you can even hang your sheet right on the block. So it's right there. So you can follow it. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. So we're going to put that back here. Now it's going to get some oil on it. So let's go Kokomo Joe. Now one of these bolts has to have spooge put on it. And number 8 and number 7 threads get sealant. Right there. Ultra black, my favorite. So 8 and 7, we need to make sure we clean the threads of the bolts because they need to have sealant. So number 8 and number 7, and I'm going to tell you why, because they go into a coolant jacket. This one here comes all the way down into the coolant in behind a water pump. And the other side, the same Danting. So that's why they're wanting bolt number 8 and 7 needs to have thread sealant. They get sealant, not Loctite. Sealant, RTV, and a good quality, I might add. So number 7, number 8, and those ones are going to be, number 8 gets torqued to 100 foot-pounds. Why? I don't know. But it varies. This is probably the most specific torque sequence and instructions on head bolts that I've ever seen. It's quirky, but you know what? I had to research it because, again, if you go into the chat rooms, you're going to be told everything from freaking soup to nuts, and you're still going to be left out in the cold. So, no. Just got to check myself there. Make sure I'm still plugged in. Yeah, I feel good. I feel good. Do. Never mind. Just keep going. Shut up. Shut your cake hole. Oh, you don't like cake? Okay, shut your muffin hole. You don't like muffins? Shut your pie hole. Oh, you don't like muffins? Here. Then shut your donut hole then. Okay, so make sure you got some nice residue on there. And I just use the socket, get it started. Yep. Reminds me of a story. Yeah, the engine, way back in the steam engine days, trains. Steam engine? Yeah, steam engine trains. Yeah, the scientists standing there next to the tracks, and this thing is, and there they are standing there in their capes and their top hats, their big bushy beards. Yeah, they'll never get it started. Naysayers. So then this thing gives out a big whistle and and it starts moving. And guess what? The beards and the capes and the top hats, they'll never get it stopped. Yeah. How many of us have friends like that? Just humor them. Let them feel like they're right. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Now make sure you don't put the wrong bolts in the wrong holes, because we can't put studded ones in there. They got to go on the outside. And like I said before, I have no stinking idea why they're studded. I don't. I can't even honestly tell you. Okay. So that one's got to come out. We got them all in over there. 1, 2, 3. And then the rest are studded. And I don't know why, because when I pulled this stinking engine out, there was nothing attached to any of these studded head bolts. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't even remotely tell you why. So hey, if you're one of those dudes that can tell me the why, just put it down in the comments, because I don't know. Like I said, it doesn't go in there. That one doesn't go in there. Doesn't go in there. So that's how you know what? That's where the big ones go. Big boys go in there. Look at that. They're longer. Tell me a story. Yeah. Okay, so numbers 8 and 7 are getting thread sealant, so we'll back up the bus on that. So yeah, did we miss? Oh, you know what? Yeah, is that the right bolt for there? Yeah, I guess. Fits. Man, that goes way down there. Goes down about the same as the other ones. Are we missing a head bolt? Nope. Good so far. Did I have an extra head bolt? I don't think so. Vern. Well, maybe. I'm thinking yes, because we're almost at the end of the show here. That's enough to throw you a gimbal. Yeah, so that one has to have thread sealant. So we got to bring this one back out. It'll be all right tomorrow when we wake up. The head fairy will be here and have them all torqued down. Everybody will be happy. Are you happy, Jerry? We're always happy. Okay, so number 7, that's a 7. So 7 and a long stud on the outside. I remember that bolt because I had a terrible time getting that one out because it did not have any thread sealant on it. Did not. So it was corroded big time. It was a nasty little monster to get out because that's the one that goes right down into the coolant jacket for the water pump. It's like, who thought that? Who came up with that stinking idea? Brilliant! Give yourself a medal. So we got to make sure this is clear. This one and this one, because we got to put some sealante on there. And you can't put it on after it's been there because that just ain't going to happen. Ain't. And I got one head bolt left, so either I got shipped an extra or I'm not seeing another head bolt. And we have how many? We have 10. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't know. Extra head bolt. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe, well, you saw the same as I did, that the studded ones have to go on this side. There's no option because these ones are too short. And this one definitely sits down there quite a ways, so that takes a short one. Definitely. So we got to make sure that's clean. Clean, clean, clean. We're going to blast that again. Because they're going down into a coolant jacket, and I want that ultra black to seal that puppy off. Yeah. for sure. So this is where, like I said, it's best to work without somebody breathing on your fur and taking you away from your work mentally, because it's easy to make a mistake. Very quickly, very easily. So these two, so we're just going to run those ones down by hand. I'm not going to torque them, I'm just going to run them down. And then we'll get some schmutz on here, because what I want is I don't want the sealant to already be coagulating and I'm not ready to torque. Follow me? Follow what I'm saying? So those two are ready to go in that position, towards me, away from me. So what we will do is pose. What did you think? What did you think of that one? Wasn't that cool? It's all right. Hang around with me long enough, you too will be different. That's right. So I want, what do I want here? No, we can use this. Yes. We can use this guy right here and just, no, I'm not torquing them down, guys, so don't lose your shorts. I'm just bringing them down to the bottom. That's all. I'm just touching home base, so don't get your knickers twisted. He's torquing it, he's touching the wrong bolt. It's all good. It's all good, man. Why isn't he spinning it like this? Why isn't he turning it with his left hand? Because I have the ratchet and you don't. Just remember. Oh, that one feels like it's got a little crunchy in there. No, it's good. It's all good, Elvis. There we go. Yeah. So be thorough. Take your time. Work clean. And don't do this stuff if you've got people hanging around, because it's too easy to get distracted. And as you can see, the torque sequence, I've never seen anything like that before. So I'm learning right here along with you. These Jeep things, they have their quirkiness, because you know what? I could have had both cylinder heads back on a Chevy in a stinking heartbeat and gone for steak dinner already. This thing here, it takes some thinking. You got to think about what you're doing. You got to think about it, because you got one bolt that needs to be torqued to 100 foot-pounds, and that's the driver's side, number 8. So you got to pay attention to that. For whatever reason that is, I think it has something to do with the way that bolt is seated down inside the water pump housing. And again, number 8 bolt and number 7, which are on the corners, those are the only two that need to have the sealant, thread sealant. That's all I know, folks. Okay, that's not slippery anymore. So now we are going to sing a song now? Not now. Maybe later. I don't got nothing right now. I'm just thinking torque sequence. All right, so we need the torque machinka, and then we're going to need to get our sealant on there. So what did we say? Go back. First step is going to be 22 foot-pounds, step 1. So you're doing this more than one time. So now would be the time to get the torque wrench out. And yes, for all those thinking, well, you know, that's a torque wrench. You really have to have that. You got to make sure that you have that verified. It goes out every 2 years. And it gets validated. And I've had this thing a long time, and I've torque turned bolts on 3406B cat engines. So that's going to be there and there. So, yeah. Second step is 45, I believe. Second step's 45. Who does that? Seriously. So that would be 40. So that's 40. Okay. All right then. Shall we? All right. I gotta go check my, the rotary end girder in the thingamy because I think it's loose and we'll be back. So don't go away. Join us. What? What? Okay, I'm going to go through a torque sequence then. Because I have to. Spood. Oh, you're back. This is mine. Oh, on the bolts. Right. Put the sealant on bolt number 7 and 8. Got it? That's how I do it, like a pencil. And whatever your flavor is, whatever floats your boat, you do it your way, I do it mine, and then when I got this thing locked down there, I will just schmutz that down by hand for the moment, because that's number 8's getting 100 foot-pounds when we get there. We're not there yet, but 8 and 7 are getting the sealant on there. And I'll tell you, it has everything to do with that stinking bolt. Goes right down in the freaking coolant jacket. I've never seen anything that dumb before, but anyways, it's a Jeep thing. They are a different machine. I'm not knocking them or anything, but yeah, this is a learning curve for me too. This one has to have some spooge on there, some gasket maker, and this is my favorite, Ultra Black. It's my go-to. Again, you can use what you use. I will use what I use. I'm just giving this a nice little coat. Nice little coat there. And the reason being is I don't want too much silicone inside. It's not silicone, it's RTV. This is gasket maker. Yeah, it's not silicone. So don't use silicone. Gasket maker. Yeah. So we want to make sure, I'll make sure that if there's any squeezed out, that I'll clean it off, but not until I'm torqued to spec. Not till I'm torqued right off, man. Then we'll be good. All right, what's next? Cap her off. Now it's torque time, baby. This is where you got to pay attention because this thing jumps around a lot. So 22, then 45. Pay attention to the torque sequence. And you know what? This might be a bit weird for you, but I call them out. That's what I do when I'm doing it, so that I don't forget. So number 1 is right here. So that's number 1. 22 foot-pounds. This is number 2. Okay, 3 is next door. 3 and 4 is across the floor. That's 4. And 5 is across the hall down here. And you'll say, well, you missed one. That's number 1. Did not. Liar, liar, pants on fire. That's 5. Across the doors, across the floor. That's number 6. And we're on the corner. That's number 7. Remember, this is going to be the one that's got the sealant on it. So that's 22. And number 9, right in the corner, dime. 9. and 10. Your friend, right here. Call them out when you do it. That's why I don't like anybody pestering me when I'm torquing, because you can miss a bolt very easily. And because these are torque turn, you're not going to be able to check it when you're done. So I'm thinking I'm going to go 100 foot-pounds all the way around Dodge, and then I'll take them up to 110. I'm not liking the idea of going 90 degrees. Going 45 foot-pounds, then 90 degrees, I believe that would take us to very easily to 100 foot-pounds. So I'm going to go with what I found here. Go on. This one, number 8, is 100 foot-pounds, and the rest will be 110. So, ready, Freddie? What was the next number? 45. Stay alive. 45. Around we go again. So I just place that so I can see it. And call them out. Number 1. Number 2. Make sure I'm looking at the right numbers. Number 3. Number 4, across the floor. Is that right? No. Number 3, number 4, right here. See that? How easy you can make a mistake? That's 4. 4 and 5 across the hall. 5. 6. And 7. Yes, torque sequence 7. It's kind of yuddy because I'm looking at 2 sets of numbers, right? What their names are and what the torque number is and sequence are 2 different projects. So I'm on 7. Now I need 8, which is the odd duck. That's 8. And 9, the corner dime. 9. And 10, the other corner dime. Okay, what's the next number? Yeah, we're going up to, well, they want 90 degrees. Quarter turn. So you know what I'm going to do is, I'll do a quarter turn all the way around. I'll do a quarter turn, and then I'll check it with my torque wrench just to see how close am I to 100 foot-pounds. Because I think, it's my opinion, my belly button, that the quarter turn is going to take us to 100 foot-pounds. That's what I'm saying. So you know what? We'll do a round at a quarter turn and see where I'm at. If I don't like it, then I'm going to go to the 110. Because, like I said, the books that I looked it up in, that's a big jump too, is from 45 foot-pounds to 100 foot-pounds. That's a big jump. So, quarter turn. And this is where I need my marker. And this is where I need to clean off the top of the bolts. Clean them off. Because I need to mark them. That one's got to be 100 foot-pounds. So when I get to that, I got a 100 foot-pounder. I've got it set to do 100 foot-pounds on number 8. 8, which is over here. Yeah, driver's side, right. Driver's side, number 8. There, that's the driver's side. So that's why I say, you know what, you got to keep your head screwed on, because you got to know, first of all, that's number one, and I need to do a quarter turn. So in sequence. So number one, this is one. Quarter turn comes from here. So you want to be accurate. This is where you got to be accurate. Close enough. That's 100 foot-pounds, man. I can tell you right now. Holy moly. Oh, I think I'm going to go with the 100. I am, so I'm going to go with 100 foot-pounds. I don't know if I'm liking that too much. The torque turn. It's making me nervous. That's 100 foot-pounds. A quarter torque turn. Okay, I'm going to go with the 100 foot-pounds. So 100, so 1 and 2. That's number 2, number 3. That's 3. 4 across the floor. Like I said, I've been doing this for years, and this is the weirdest one I've come across. I can tell you that. Is the instructions are bizarro. But you know what? Don't deviate. But I'm not doing the quarter-inch turn. I think you're asking for trouble. It's 100 on there, so that's number, where am I at here? That's 5. So I did 4. 4. 5. So here's what I'm going to do, because it's too easy to get lost. So I've done number 1, and number 2, and number 3, and number 4, and number 5. I'm coming off 5. Doesn't have a holder thingy. Well, isn't that something? Okay, just make sure we're there. That's number 5. 5. 6 is across the hall. So just make sure. I do this for myself. You can do whatever you want to do, but you know what? It's easy to make a mistake. 6, number 7 is down here. And remember, number 8 is getting 100 foot-pounds, and don't touch it. 8 is there. Number 8, 7, yeah, 8 gets, which is the last bolt to torque. So 7 is here. Just so I know I've been there. First round. Second round, I won't need to mark them. Just that I don't want to botch it up. 7. Number 8 is only getting, hang on, 7. Where's 8? Come on now. 8. Driver's side 8. Okay, 7. 8. Foot-pounds. Okay. This is number 8. Driver side number 8, not torque spec number 8. That's really creepy tight, man. So 8, 9 on the dime. Yeah, so the one that gets, I'm going to mark it right now, because the one that gets 100 foot-pounds only is the driver side number 8. This one. That one right there gets 100. The rest, 110. So, like I said, a torque turn, a quarter, I would guarantee that's taking you to 100. At least 100. Okay, so that one's done. That is number 9. Number 9, and number 10 is down here, which is bolt number 8. So driver side, bolt number 8, not torque sequence 8. Torque sequence 8 is here. See how you can mess that up? That's torque sequence number 8. Bolt number 8 is this one, which in the torque sequence is the last but not least is number 10. So you have to know what you're following. Yeah. So, yeah. So we want to make sure that, where are we at here? See, I just about made a mistake. It's driver side, hang on, driver side number 8, passenger side. Yeah, that's correct. Number 8 gets, that's correct. So torque sequence bolt number is 10. Manufacturer bolt number is 8. Driver's side. Driver's side. I was just rechecking. It's easy. This is a sequence. You got to really follow this one. Okay, that's 100. So that sees no more. So all others go to 110. So that one is done. You don't go back on that one again. So again, mark it whatever way you want to mark it. I know my language. You make your own language. My school teacher used to say, "Do you write hieroglyphics?" I go, "Yes, as a matter of fact, I do." "Oh, well, you really got to work on your handwriting." I really like those fat pencils, they had in kindergarten. Do you remember those fat pencils? Whatever happened to those fat, chubby pencils? You know what I'm saying? It was the simple things for me. Take away my fat, chubby pencil? What's wrong with you people? Okay, number 1. I don't know. Yeah, that's 10. Cats, man. I'm turning the whole freaking... There we go, that's 10. That is some freaking torque spec. I'm telling you, Vern. 2. Ugh. Did Robin really lay an egg? Are we on that? I think it was clarified. Just recently. Come on. Wow. It's that last 10. There we go. That's 2, 3. This is the last round. 3. That's 3, 4 across the floor. 4, 5 is here. 6 across the hall. Now these are torqued to yield, so that means these bolts can never be used again. When you take them out, it's all over but the crying. Okay, so that's 6, 7 on the home run here. That's 7, and number 8 stays at 100 foot-pounds. Right? No. Driver's side, 8. 7, 8. See? 100 foot-pounds. 8. Oh, this driver's side, right. 8. 8. That's 8. No, it's not. Yeah, 8. Okay. Igor, eat. 7. That's 7. That's 8. That's at 100 as well. So 9 is down here. Nine and 10. There we go. Elvis lives. That's 110. That one stays at 100. Torqued. I am torqued right off. That's 110. So, and that's how you do it. And like I said, this is a strange block to me. I'm learning the GEP thing as I go. And it's reading, it's verifying. It's this specialty socket that I had to make. Chrysler wouldn't sell me one. Oh, we just use those in the shop. I go, yeah, I'll bet you I can find the button that says I'll lend it to you. Yeah. So, through a chain of command, we found a place that had the socket. It's American made, good sturdy, because you need a sturdy socket for this. You buy a cheap and nasty, I'll tell you right now, I would have blown that thing wide open. So there we go. Again, you got, this is the passenger side, driver's side, instructions, bolt number. Those are the bolts named 8 and 7. 8 and 7 have specific instructions for sealant, and the bolt numbers are not the same as the torque sequence. So again, we'll just run through it a little bit just to recap how interesting this one is. So this is bolt 7, 3, 2, 6, 10, 9, 5, 1, 4, 8. Torque sequence. 1. See what I'm saying? That's manufacturer bolt name is 1. Torque sequence name is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's why, again, that's why I like to work when I'm doing this stuff. When it comes to numbers and having to follow sequence and whatnot, you need to have some silence and you need to focus, because how easy would that have been to mess that up? Very. And I wasn't sold on the quarter turn thing. I would much rather have a foot-pounds, and I can tell you 90 degrees at 45 is definitely going to take you to 100. And it did. Took us to 100 when we needed 110 to finish it off. I got one extra head bolt. Woo! We'll put that on the kitchen table tonight, and I'll eat it because all bolts have landed. Cylinder head is in place, and we're going to wrap it up there because the next part is we'll put the frost plugs in. We'll put the valve train in, and all the rockers, they all have to be torqued. So again, my homework here, which I can't tell you how important that is to look it up ahead of time, and I put it right on my engine hoist here when I'm doing any engine. I've got a number of engine hoists. This one I had to borrow because I got engines to build. We got some cool stuff to still bring out of the barn. I've got all the drivetrain for a 64.5 Mustang 289, the FT10 transmission side loaders right there. Got the original shift. I'd like to build a Mustang, so if anybody's out there, gonna start to look for, once we've cleared these bays. I've always wanted to build a Mustang, 64.5 or 65, and we'll see where that goes and see where it leads us to find a car to fit that whole drivetrain that I've been saving for years. I actually had a 63 Ford Falcon Coupe that was built in Oakville, and I ended up selling it to a group of guys to take it racing. I saved it from racing and was building it, and I had it outside my shop. So, you know, I enjoy engine work, but again, it's where you need to be focused, you need to be organized, and you need to be quiet so you can focus on what you're doing and do it well. And we'll hope that you'll like, share, tag, follow our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. It's free, and we need more subscribers to get us where we need to go, and only you can do that for us. So if there's any specific content you'd like to see, hey, shoot us a comment. We'd love to see that, because you're what makes the show, and stop by and visit us Saturday mornings for our on-air breakfast show and our afternoon show. Breakfast show is at 7 till 8 Saturday mornings, and the afternoon show is 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. Both programs are live. Think you're smart? You got a thinking cap? Put it on and come and play What's That Sound with us on our afternoon program Saturday afternoon. Visit our website to see the networks that we are located on. Till then, again, subscribe, please. It's free. Be a subscriber. Be a part of our Car Connection community. Like, share. Like means give a thumbs up on the videos, and leave us a comment. Hey, looks good, Motormouth. Nice spooge, whatever. You know, leave us a comment and share us with your friends. And by all means, click the notification button so that you know when we drop a new video every week. So we're dropping two new videos every week, Tuesday and Fridays. And so till next time, keep it under 100 and put the coffee on, because we're coming to your house. Are you getting this? Do I need to keep going?